Hey, Derek. Yeah, what's up? I was just thinking, I think you smoke more now that you haven't been able to buy cigarettes for the past like 2 days. Well, technically, when did you smoke the last pack of cigarettes that you bought? It's like today, it's Sunday. I feel like that was Wednesday, maybe Thursday, when I finally like kind of ran out of money, and then money just came back, and of course, like I had been like 24 hours clean, and then like I get $12. Of course, where am I gonna go? Get a goddamn pack of cigarettes. It was the best pack of cigarettes ever. And then I ran out of them yesterday. So I was just making a joke to myself earlier, like, yeah, I wonder if I can manifest a fucking pack. And then I remembered that there was these shitty fucking hemp cigarettes in the kitchen. I've been sitting there for months. So I open up the fucking pack, and there's one of my cigarettes in there. Like one of my like regular cigarettes. I don't even remember. So I'm kind of like, fuck it at this point. So I took this shitty hemp cigarettes, and now I'm just gonna fucking smoke them. I can't get them anywhere. And I only have $8. So I can't even get a pack of cigarettes. But they just keep on showing up, and like that's kind of like the point of all this. Because I knew this was gonna happen. There was like a couple videos back. I was like fucking saying, I'm like, yo, just watch. Some weird shit's gonna start happening. I don't know if I was talking to anyone in particular, or if I was just talking to myself, or maybe I was talking to everybody collectively. I think a little bit of that. Yeah, but all the shit that you're explaining happens to everybody. Yeah, I know. That's kind of the point. Because everybody experiences it in a way that's unique to them. It doesn't make it any less significant. It actually makes it more significant because you're the only person who actually knows what the message is that's going to you. So it's like, I mean, kind of. Sometimes it's confusing as fuck. There's this whole time I thought I was like the second coming. Like literally, like reincarnated Jesus. Which is like crazy because that's like, what? I always wanted to be the Antichrist. But then I started to realize how they're both kind of the same thing. But it was just showing me that if you kind of make the comparison, if you take both and kind of mix them together, you can kind of get a better picture of it. It's like, oh shit, I did do it, didn't I? Awesome. But it's like, how are we saying it today? How are we saying it today? Like, it's acknowledging and being grateful to God and Goddess, but it's also to yourself too. Being like, oh hell yeah, I got stuff out in the back. Man, I like can't stand these fucking cigarettes. Oh, and then I fucking, just to throw a little fucking insult to injury, I decided to take a couple hits off of that pot that my neighbor gave me because I wanted to. It's been a while since I smoked pot, and what do you call it? Oh, get out of here, you little fucking pipsqueak. But I haven't smoked pot in a while. But these like mint edible things, they're not even mints, they're just like chewables. But yeah, they're not, I mean, yeah, they're helped me get there. Get where? What does that even mean? Well, I kind of recognize the process that's going on inside of me. At a spiritual level, yeah, but there's also a mental, an emotional, a physical, like there's a lot of things going on that I'm keeping track of. Because I do have a life, you know? It just, I have the benefit at the moment that I can do about 90% of my work from my bed. Which I don't think computes to most people, because that's like, what? What are you talking about? How much are you getting paid to do this? I'm not getting paid dollars. I'm getting paid wisdom, knowledge, experience, things that you can't buy. With human money. Not at first. I mean, it helps. It definitely helps. I'm not gonna lie. Like, money is not the root of all evil. Good is. Money's the best. I love money. I'm actually. Do I miss it? I mean, I have $8. It's not like I don't have money. I just don't have a substantial amount of it. I mean, I don't place my value on the numbers in my bank account. Which, I mean, like, not bullshit. Like, there are people, and I'm not saying that I'm one of them or that you're one of them, because you might be a really nice person, like me. But there are some people who define success via dollar signs. That's an unfortunate thing, but it's a real thing, and we can't hide from it forever. So we might as well just call it out while we can, because who knows, maybe we'll find a solution for it together. No, but I'm just having this thought right before I started recording, and I was thinking, like, what was it? All right, so I went back home after that last video, because that was a lot. But mind you, that literally is a lot. So I needed to write a little bit, but because of the way that I'm writing my journals right now, like, I'm kind of in between a rock and a hard place. So I can only do it so much. Oh man, if I had somebody writing for me, I don't know how I would feel about that. Miss Kitty Puss, I need you to take some notes. That is so not what I said. Nah, it is. You just literally just said it. You can rewind it if you want. Fuck it. It's like Pepper Potts. I have this Pepper Potts fantasy because I see myself as a lot more advanced than Tony Stark and other technologies. He knows like regular people technology. like Doctor Strange would probably make more sense. 'Cause that dude, he's like a master of the metaphysical arts, which is what I do too. So I'm not saying that like I could do the portals like that, but I can do other things. I mean, I can conceptualize it. So yeah, technically I can. I mean, if I could do it up here, like, I just have to try to figure out how that looks. As in, like, what's the physical reality, like, equivalent of what that would be, of tearing a portal through space and time and then going to a place where you're really not? Well, technically, I guess that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird and creepy, but I mean, it could make. I think. Nah, I could see how it's possible. I could definitely see how it's possible, but I mean, you'd have to have a really open mind. I mean, you have to have a really open mind to accept that there's science behind it that you don't know, and it might take a little getting used to before it's like, oh shit. It's like finding a corresponding equivalency to any one thing. It's like climbing a ladder, right? You can literally put a ladder over here and then climb it. You can climb a corporate ladder, you can climb a social ladder, you can climb all the types of different ladders. But climbing a ladder, like, it just has that expanded perspective on it. So if you start looking at things from a little more of an expanded view, like even like expand on your own definition of words, like gay. Gay can mean happy. Hey, that guy looks really gay. I would totally get gay with him, but see, that's not like the green eggs and ham type of gay. That's more like, hey man, let's go grab a beer. Not have homosexual relations. We'll go be gay together. God, this things suck, man. Like, I mean, you can even say it to a lady, hey lady, let's go be gay. Not in a homosexual way. I mean, I would go be gay with a lady. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be the only person that would know that I believe that I have a lesbian soul. Kind of like a butch. I don't know though. I could be wrong about that. Sometimes I feel like I'm more of a pushover than I let on. But then there's other times where I'm like, whoa, cool it down, cool. I just have a really good capacity to deal with bullshit. So it's not that I have to put on a front with people, because I love listening to what people got to say. I love shutting the fuck up and just letting people fucking womp, 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 womp. Kind of like I do with it. But like, I don't get to talk. You know? Like, if I do talk to people, I don't normally get to talk. Like, I usually get cut off, or I'm listening. And I'll see opportunities for which that I could easily just go like, hey, you know what? To that point, let's make it about me. I'm like, fuck it, just let them talk. They don't give a fuck what you're gonna say anyway. Just, you might learn something, so pay attention. You might actually learn something. You might not agree with it, because that's something that I started to pick up on. Is like, how many times I would cut people off because I don't agree with what they're saying. But at the same time, the reason I became so sensitive to that was because of the fact that I started to realize how people tend to cut you off when they don't agree with what you're saying. So I just kind of like put it on that. So, nobody agrees with what you're saying anyways. So just listen to what they have to say. And if you have any kind of like insightful input and you really can't hold it that bad, just do your thing. But try to see how long you can hold it for. I think that's a good way of looking at it too. That's a good way of looking at it from now on. Don't feel bad about anything that you say. Just realize that you have to expel as much as you get in. And when people are just fucking talking shit all the time, like, of course I'm gonna wear my headphones. I got other shit I gotta deal with. And all the writing. That's a lot of writing, by the way. I think I'm only maybe fucking 12 or 13 pages in. I think. I mean, I could easily just say fuck it and just go back to writing with my right hand, but why? I set a fucking goal for myself. And the goal is to fucking start that motherfucker and finish it the way that I started. Or, if it evolves, let it evolve. At the moment, what we're planning on is just going 13 pens all the way through. Maybe add some more. I mean, it's already evolved a little bit. I had 10. I had 10 pens. 10 different colors. But then I was thinking about it either yesterday or the day before, and I was like, fuck it, you know what? Let's throw 3 more in there. Why? Because I like the number, because of what it represents. So I'm open to the idea that this is going to expand a little bit by the time I get to the end of it, but the plan at the moment is to at least keep on going with 13 pens. Am I going to add more? I don't know. I did a journal that was 30 pens with my left hand. But I only did half the notebook. But I write small, so I write 2 lines per line. Conserve space. It's like consolidating it. Yeah, but I used 30 pens on that. I only did half the book though. So this time, I'm like, fuck it, just do the whole thing. See what happens. And it's not just, the point of it, there's a lot of points to it, but I want to see what fucking happens inside my head too. There's a lot of shit going on there. And I'm okay not going up to 30 pens. I'm cool with keeping it at 13. Why? Because I did it. It's like, okay, all right, I did it. But now, by doing 2, like, instead of doing 50 pages, I do 100 pages with 13. I'm okay with that. Like, it's still like, even if all the pens died and I had to finish it with 1, like, I'm fine with that. I never wrote one whole thing with my left hand. That's a lot. That's hard. Because you gotta put more thought into it. Like I can do like some crazy automatic writing with my right hand because that hand is very fluid. It's like this guy, my left hand, that one's a little bit more precise because I've only been writing with my left hand for like 2 years. Yeah, 2020. 2.5 years. I don't really start until October-ish. I was starting to in October. But I didn't actually go for a fucking whole book. till last year. I mean, I was practicing. Like, no, that was 2 years ago. 2021. Yeah, I was almost finished with it in 2021. Yeah, that was dope. But the idea, the point of it is fucking neuroplasticity, exercising the right hemisphere of my brain using my left arm while writing. But what's happening is, yeah, we're creating new and strengthening neural pathways, but at the same time, there's the emotional component to writing as well. So there are neurochemicals coming in that are sprinkling in a different dimension of memorizing. It's kind of like using anniversaries. Exactly what I'm doing with all my fucking journals and going back to the moon cycles, using specific moon cycles, not just arbitrary full moons, new moons. No, there's a fucking science to it with mathematics and geometry and pictures. It's like very. It takes a big boy brain to like actually look at it and go, whoa, there's something there. So it's like and the fucked up thing is like a moving picture book that doesn't move. And doesn't have any kind of pictures that you recognize whatsoever. I mean, part of it does move. Well, I mean, over time. You know, it's like, I don't even visualize that. Alright. We'll figure it out. I'm talking about a retrograde. Like, how would you explain a retrograde to somebody? Aside from an optical illusion, what would be a more reasonable idea? Oh. An energetic anomaly. An energetic anomaly. That pivots time backwards and then forwards again. It's to keep things from getting too stagnant. It's kind of like a I don't know how to. It's what the fuck? There's a word. It's a word. Necessary evil is coming to my mind. It's a necessary evil. Where you have to, right. It's a necessary evil that from time to time you have to fucking swallow your own pride and completely disregard everything that you believe and believe everything that you believe is wrong. You have to think in reverse. It's just an anomaly. That's what the planets are doing. That's what everybody else is doing. Because sometimes you got to stop and reflect on how it is that you got to where you got, and the planets really aren't much different than anything else. They have a society and a community, even like different races, different species. How about that? Each planet is its own species, right? Or subspecies. I like species better. But they're all the same. Alright, make believe they're dragons. Yeah, change. Imagine everything that you know about the biology of dragons is wrong. Instead, real dragons, actual dragons, they appear to be floating balls of rock and gas, but in reality, they're actually dragons. At least one way that the old people could think on how to explain what it was that those things were, or are. Were? Are? Both? Is? What they is? No, this isn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's a little windy. I kind of like. I don't like that. No, that's why I even came out here to do this, because I knew it was going to get kind of weird. Plus, with everything that happened today, there's a part of me that wants to really get, I don't know, there's a part of me that wants to dig into that more, expand on that more. Why can't you just be satisfied with what happened? Course in Miracles. It's in the first chapter. And I think it's also, if I'm right, I think it's also Jupiter hour. Nah, it's Mars hour. Oh, shit. If you bust my ass, I'll leave. Teach you how. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.